I keep thinking you'll come on back to me.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Dysfunctional podcast. I am your host, Ken, and I'm with Mariba and Nigo. How are you guys doing today?
Sight.
Alright, been a good week.
Good. I thought we start things a little differently. The conspiracy, if I may. I know some of those are banned on YouTube, but I think we'll just delve into a little one that got sparked up after last week's podcast topic about 21 Savage getting deported. Another deportation of a Bahraini footballer. Don't know if you guys out there follow football, but a Bahraini footballer by the name of Hakeem El Kharabi was getting deported back to Bahrain after he was on holiday with his wife from Australia in Thailand. He was getting deported because he was being accused of some vandalism or some other, and he was fighting against it. Now, the reason I bring this up is because I need to take you guys back to 2015, where the leader of the Thai Football Association, his name was McQueedy, was banned from FIFA for the crimes of bribery, corruption, forgery, and falsification. That's madness. You guys agree?
Yeah, keep going.
He's banned for 5 years. Now we have to go forward 2 years to the point where we're talking about where the Bahraini footballer was detained. Sorry, it was 2015. So 4 years to the point where the Bahraini footballer was detained, and the Thai government was just under lock and key. He had no chance of getting out. They literally took his passport away. They were about to send him on a plane. Lo and behold, a few months later, FIFA steps in and says we're gonna have conversations with the Thai government. Now, why is FIFA talking to the Thai government? Surely they don't really have that much power over these nations, don't they? But then 2 weeks later after that meeting, Hakeem is let go. Everyone's happy. Everyone's praising the Thai government for doing the right thing and being about human rights and not sending him back for fear of his death. And another 2 weeks later, coming back, McQueedy, who was banned for all of those crimes, has his ban overturned and he's allowed to enter back as a FIFA member. So now I gotta ask, how much power does FIFA really have?
FIFA has.
Is it more than a country?
FIFA
Because it feels
I
like
see
it.
FIFA as the Vatican.
Yeah.
I see FIFA as a Vatican, its own entity. You know,
Yeah.
if they had a landmass, they would have their. I mean, they already have their own flag, so I see them as their very own entity.
That's true.
I think they govern themselves. They have their own sets of rules and laws, and anything that happens within, well, what they perceive as their jurisdiction, they will lock out any kind of normal or local law enforcement, much like the Vatican. So, I mean, they say football is a religion. I
That
don't
is
see
true.
it to be so far-fetched that FIFA has somewhat of the same qualities of the Vatican at all.
Reba, what about you?
I'm still flabbergasted that after 2 weeks of FIFA, if your embassy can't do you anything for you,
The embassy couldn't do shit.
if your embassy, are you gonna call Daddy FIFA to step in? And 2 weeks
Bear in mind, this
after-
was the Australian embassy because he is an Australian refugee, or he made refugee in Australia. He was given nationality. He's married to an Australian woman. He has all the right to return to Australia, and they still couldn't get him back.
Wait, quick question. So are we coming to the conclusion Thailand made a play then? Forget FIFA. Thailand made a play.
Thailand, straight up, in my opinion, made a play. But then there's the bigger question: was it the right play? Was it the right thing to do? Would you sacrifice a man who's done all of those things? We're talking levels of white collar crime in the millions.
Well, we can't
Because
talk about that.
bribery isn't cheap. Forgery is not cheap.
Listen, Ken. we cannot talk about that because Papa Warner is in a league of his own. The US was asking to talk to Mr. Warner. I'm not sure if he's left yet. I'm not sure if he left Trinidad yet for that. Nigo, has he left?
I don't keep up with Uncle Jack now. I really don't keep up with Uncle Jack.
But last I remember, Mr. Jack hasn't left yet, but he is in a league of his own. But
So what you're saying is Trinidad just needs to keep someone hostage that belongs to someone else.
pretty much. Like,
All I know is that when Uncle Jack was in charge of the local team, we got to the World Cup,
Mm-hmm.
right? Even though fucking worthless ass Peter Crouch decided to pull homeboy here,
Yeah.
we still did alright. Stop shocked the world, and that was our best showing in football to this date.
Yes,
So
agree.
Uncle Jack is one of those people who will steal and give back to his people, but he will steal enough for himself and everybody else.
Yeah.
That is fair. Of a region that has USA, Mexico, Jamaica, Canada, all of those places, still managed to get through.
Yeah. Make a play. I guess Mr. Warner made a play and we got into the World Cup. I guess.
All right, then it's sorted. All we need to do is get some random footballer kidnapped, get Warner free.
if Messi take a holiday or something.
Yeah, free Warner. That's what we need. I'm starting this campaign now. Free Warner.
Free Warner, hashtag free Warner.
Then I think FIFA has become its own entity, like on a serious level. FIFA has become its own.
I wouldn't be surprised if sooner or later FIFA becomes part of the UN or something like that.
Wouldn't doubt
Say-
it.
That'd be
Yeah.
mad. Is the Vatican part of the UN? It's not, right?
No, it's not.
Yeah, they'll be fine. FIFA won't be joining the UN anytime soon. I mean, in their bylaws, it is illegal for FIFA to interfere in a nation's politics and illegal for nations' politics to interfere in FIFA-sanctioned events.
That doesn't mean it doesn't happen though.
Doesn't mean it doesn't happen, but it's not supposed to. So
Mm.
it's everyone is breaking the rules. FIFA is not supposed to be talking to
Any government.
Any government.
Any government like that, if it's not football related. But this is not like football. This is law.
The only connection is that he is a footballer. That's the only connection.
So if a footballer committed a crime, does FIFA just enter because he's a footballer?
Was he a good footballer?
No, he's playing in the Australian league. I'd say that as think of it as you will.
Hey, you know, the Australian League, you never know what they can produce, okay? Maybe the next Messi is gonna come from there. Who knows?
All right, then. Yeah.
You have to give everybody a chance.
I'll hold my breath.
Talent is equally distributed, opportunity is not.
That's
I will
true.
say this. So then, let's for example apply the same procedure. Let's say because we hear this ongoing invest to Ronaldo because it's rape or whatever, right? Daddy FIFA is gonna intervene.
Well, Daddy FIFA sees that Mr. Ronaldo makes the millions upon millions, and will wait and see the final verdict before they make any decision whatsoever. Because they're not about to get up on that coin.
I want to know because he himself is a franchise. Just the way Cristiano Ronaldo is a franchise, which brings in money into FIFA.
When a
saying.
footballer has a tour, you know it's serious, man.
He has a tour.
Yeah, he has his own tour. He goes to different countries. He stands up, does a few kiki uppies, says hi in their native language, and then goes home. But he does it every single summer for like the past 4 or 5 years now.
Admittedly, I was not happy that they had Ronaldo. Is it? Yeah, I was not happy that they had Ronaldo as the FIFA 19 cover. Like, I hate that shit. Give me back my Barcelona. Give me back Messi.
They
I don't-
replaced him, you know.
No.
Yeah.
After the allegations, EA replaced.
It is
Serious?
Neymar. It's Neymar. Neymar,
It's like-
Dybala, and
I
somebody
still
else.
have I still have a big fucking Ronaldo cassette in my house. So, unfortunately, I hate playing at
Yeah.
Real Madrid.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, no one really likes Real Madrid, but that's neither here nor there. Mariba, you did bring up an interesting thing. You brought up the Warner from Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago is there's a bit of a, as we like to say in England, a bit of a pickle right now. But like Superman coming back from the death to save all of the Justice League like he does every single time, Uncle Gary has come to save the motherfucking day. For guys who don't know, Uncle Gary is basically he's commissioner, right? Commissioner
Yeah,
Gary.
yeah, he's the police commissioner.
Commissioner Gary Griffith of the police in Trinidad and Tobago. He's set up a task force with the sole purpose of bringing down gang activity, and it's been going for a week, no, since 13, right?
Yes, since the 13th, yeah.
Yeah. And since then, no gang-related activities have been occurring. Before that, it was a daily occurrence. And
There was 22 killings, I think, over a weekend or something. So something
yeah,
like that.
it's pretty bad out there, and this is one of those things because you tend to hear when it comes between disenfranchised and the police, it's more of a fuck the police sort of situation. But most of the people are behind this, man. Like it's very weird to see like a whole country, well, not the whole country because the gang members getting done up with that from. But it's very weird to see a whole country supporting the police for once.
I mean,
so you two
his
being
uncle-
native Trinidadians.
I know about Mariba. Mariba is not really a native Trinidadian. I'm missing my nigga Darren.
Wait,
to
hold
along the side.
Hold up. This Kuwaiti guy talking is the Kuwaiti.
Being back since 2015, you know.
Oh, what did I open?
I have a little bit more cred than you right now. So, Mister, I'm here for 4 days and 4 days only. I'm not spending a minute more because I'm afraid.
The can of worms.
Yeah.
The Kuwaiti guy who planning a trip back, who said
Always.
the moment the borders open, he's back into Kuwait. That nigga? Nah, I don't hear that.
Yeah. The one that's been here for a while. Come through and chill. But Uncle Gary, I say Gary Griffith is he's really a godsend in this time that we are considering time that we are in as a nation, because he has renewed hope for civilians. Because for the longest while the assumption was, well, we're going down a lawless path and there's no light at the end of the tunnel. It's just continuously getting darker and darker. And Uncle Gary, as we call him, all of the Chuck Norris memes have now become Gary Griffith memes here in Trinidad. Uncle Gary has really taken up the mantle of the Commissioner of Police. He is not someone who's sitting in an office in a suit, barking orders or mandating things. He's really out there in the streets, in his gear, not in a fancy car. He's rolling with the boys, actually getting shit done. So it's giving people a lot of hope, a lot of people are feeling safe now. Like, imagine people are actually walking around in the night in certain areas in Port of Spain now. That was unheard of. Absolutely unheard of.
I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, that was unheard of. So for someone to come in and really take up the mantle like this, it really reminds a lot of the older heads of a particular person who sort of did the same thing that Uncle Gary did. I forgot the guy's name. It's to be, I think it was Bowens or Bowen or something like that. And he had a squad, much like Uncle Gary, where he would just show up, kill whoever he has to kill, or address whoever he has to arrest, and move on. There was no second questions. There was no, there was no dilly-dally. No, yeah, that's right, the flying squad.
Flying squad. They came in, whoever need to get, they got. That was it.
They did their job, and that was it. There was no hemming and hawing and trying to figure out, well, who do what and this and that. He knows, because everyone knows who the criminals are. Everyone knows who the criminals are. You know who they are in your neighborhood right now, people who are listening. So, if you know who they are, obviously, the police will know who they are. So why haven't they done anything, evidence or whatever? He didn't really care about that. He just wanted to clean up the streets, and it worked for a while. But he died or he retired or whatever, and I guess he never trained anyone in his ways. So his reign kind of died with him. So I'm really glad that Gary Griffith is back here.
And there's a red level alert going on. How long do you think?
How long?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if it's still going on. Today's the 17th. That started on the 13th. That started on the 12th, on the night, on the 12th night. And I just continued on into the morning. So for the longest time, people have been wanting something like this.
Yeah.
to really make people feel safe, to make people feel secure.
Two things.
The thing is, I don't know if it is sustainable. I know he wants to recruit 200 more people,
Yeah.
but numbers isn't going to solve it. The quality is what is going to solve it. But I believe that once Gary Griffith is at the head of it, he will have systems in place to make sure that he's getting quality people and not just numbers.
Two things. Was it him who said, or was it the Prime Minister who said, because there's always people crying, bawling, why didn't you shoot him in the leg and stuff? And it was Gary or the Prime Minister who said, our officers are trained to kill.
That was Gary
not to
self.
wound."
That was Gary self. He said, if you aim a gun at my officers, they will kill you. Plain talk, bad manners.
That's a very simple equation.
Yeah. Because people were doing that before. They were shootouts with police and whatnot. Now, not a chance.
It was in the news, I think, or the newspaper I read online. What was it, about 3 or 4 days ago? I was talking with Nego, and some guy had his gun in his lap, and the police showed up, and he's like, they killed him, and he's like, the mother screaming, well, the police gonna shoot him in the leg, and I'm thinking, who's taking this chance? Who's walking in front of the guy with a gun and bawling, well, sir, please put the gun. No, if he didn't have the gun, he wouldn't have got shot. That's it.
I mean, Gary Griffith has taken on the archaic laws also. I mean, obviously things that are within his jurisdiction to talk about. Because he said he's not a political person. He is not there for politics. He's there to do his job.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you're aware, Ken, but you're not allowed to have anything camo in Trinidad. Whether it's pink camo, Arctic camo, even though we don't have snow, we don't have like a lick of snow, you're not allowed any sort of camo. Nothing that's camo. I remember in 2011, I want to say, I had a camo pants. I was coming back to Trinidad to visit. And in my suitcase, I had a camo pants. And the person who was going through my bags, they said, well, we have to take this. And I'm like, really? You're taking a pants that I've had since I was probably 15? I was much older at that point, but they took a pants that it basically was torn and it had holes and whatnot. So I was like, you all are really going to take this beat up camo pants? And they took it and they were like, well, if you want it back, you could go and you could file for it and go to court and whatnot. I mean, I'm not going to do that for old ratty pants. I probably wouldn't do it for anything else either, unless it's like super important, like a camera or something. But Uncle Gary was like, well, that's an old archaic law. That should not be the case. It shouldn't be a problem to wear a camo or anything in Trinidad. Because there's no way that you can commit a crime and we assume that it is someone from the army. Because there's a very specific army pattern that we use here in Trinidad, as with anywhere else. So he's fighting that war also.
With Uncle Gary back, do you reckon, well, not back, with Uncle Gary here, do you reckon that we should bring back the death penalty then, Nego?
Yes. Whether he's here or not, I think we should bring back the death penalty. Yeah.
Because what he's doing is being judge, jury, and executioner. So if you're gonna allow him to do it, I'm guessing you may as well carry it on for the people that have been caught as well.
Yeah. I mean, he's not judge, jury, and executioner. He is there to uphold the law. He never said that he was going to kill people on the spot just because they're gang leaders or whatever.
No.
Said if you commit a crime, there are consequences.
Yeah.
Whatever those consequences are, they will be dealt at that point in time. That is his mandate, that he's going to uphold the law of the country that he serves, which is exactly what we can be asking for, exactly what we should have been asking for.
Yeah. Sure. Well, long live Uncle Gary, I said.
Long live Uncle Gary.
Long live Uncle Gary. Keep fighting the fight, Gary. You have my support.
Alright, let's move into our next topic. And this is a bit of something you're gonna have to take a look at. So there'll be a link in the bottom here, but it's basically, and I will preface this before saying this is, to me, a very common story throughout the years, but it's essentially BuzzFeed put out an article based off a man who allegedly killed his parents and their housekeeper at their house. And captioned with the article is an image. It's a very nice looking image of the man. He's smiling. He looks like he's probably in the middle of doing something very fun. And they tweeted that article out. And underneath that article, someone has pulled him out on it, tweeting I'm gonna say this is the mugshot of the man, which shows him to be more rugged, more jacked up. Looks like he might be high on something, to be honest. And they're basically calling BuzzFeed out on their bullshit about how with white criminals, especially ones that commit things like murders, rapes, violence, when they get their picture shown, or even the gun shootings, when they get their picture shown, it's the very nice, maybe 3 or 4 years back in the day while they're in the middle of their family time style pictures versus the picture that probably truly shows the face of the criminal that's been arrested versus a person of color. And we can go through so many of them, if you want to, who commit things sometimes even far less than that, maybe like a burglary, or they've just had a street fight or something like that, and they will be in the most roughed up, mainly because the police roughed them up, pictures you've ever seen them in. They might look spazzed out as all shit because they don't think they need to be there in the first place because they've probably been arrested on some weed charge when it's been legalized in the majority of the country. And I don't know, it's just the comparison strikes people most of the time, but this is something I've seen for the longest time. I don't know what opinion you guys have on it. What do you say?
I think everyone I remember is the one with the teachers, the female teachers who sleeping with the kids and stuff. I was always thinking pictures of them smiling with their family or in the fun thing. And if you ever catch a male teacher doing something, some really picture, and I was thinking, why are they selecting which pictures to show? I'm not trying to be a man against women and stuff. I'm just showing you. And it was all the white teachers, because from what I've seen, most of the crimes concerning women with students are white women, from what I have seen, just going like that. And I'm thinking, yo, take the mugshot. Put the mugshot picture. Don't put the picture of her chilling with her kids or with her family. No, put the correct picture to show the crime she has committed. Selective. Very selective of how they show. And this also shows that this is how they perpetuate the stereotype of good and bad. They keep influencing the next generation of stuff. So they just keep showing you what they want you to see. But yeah, that's my point of view on it.
This has been a problem for years, right? Where someone is charged or arrested or whatever for some crime, and if they happen to be a person of color, be they black, Mexican, Latino, Asian, or whatever, Arab, they're always, or like 99.99% of the time, always portrayed in the worst light. You know, either beat up, as they say, probably from the police, or they are in various states of undress, they look drunk, they look high. It's always a mugshot. But when it comes to, you know, the school shooters, when it comes to the domestic terrorists, when it comes to, you know, some white serial killer, because all these people who I'm talking about are mostly white. These common thugs, they are shown in the greatest light. They are shown with their families, and you know they're flipping burgers at a fucking barbecue. You know they got their jobs. They're smiling. They have other white people around them. It's always a softer image. It's always a more rosy representation of this person. And it's always preceded by, oh, he was a lovely individual. They did X, Y, and Z for their community, and they would never do anything like this, and no one saw it coming, and you know. But for people of color, it's the worst. Though it's full vitriol. It is, you know, they're a thug, and they came from a bad neighborhood, and all these sorts of nonsense. You know, it's a horrible, horrible, horrible double standard. I don't know when it will change, but BuzzFeed is one of these media outlets that is a perpetuator of this and a repeat offender. I was very glad to see that LA Times, at least this time, because in the past they have done the same thing, at least this time they did what most people would assume to be the right thing by showing a equally unpleasant picture, right? So, bravo to the LA Times for that, and boo to BuzzFeed.
BuzzFeed.
Yeah, I mean, I think if everyone, I don't know if people remember the Boston bomber.
Yep.
Yeah, all the way back then. You remember they had which magazine was it? The Rolling Stones. Yeah, that's what it was. Rolling Stones had that cover, and you saw they pictured him like he was some sort of model.
A champion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and if it
Champion of
wasn't for
terror.
all of these YouTube sites, there was that rapist, not the rapist, the church shooter, the Charleston shooter.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He always shown in his like kid photos or his like high school photos or anything like that, and then the last thing or the least thing that they show is the mugshot. Or
They said they did the same thing with Judge Zimmerman, who shot Trayvon Martin.
Yep, it's Trayvon Martin. Like if you were to watch certain news places, would come out looking more dangerous, man.
Yeah.
Depending
Yeah.
on how they showed those photos. So
Yeah,
it
and
was
they did the same thing with Sandra Bland.
Yep. And they killed her.
Did the exact same thing as with Sandra Bland. Actually, a male died in the same cell as Sandra Bland about 2 days after one of her anniversaries of her death, of her murder.
Yeah.
Sorry, about 2 days after the anniversary of her murder, someone was hung in her cell.
Suicide or we just gonna go with what we know?
well, we'll never know the story with the way the police
Never
are these
know.
days.
Never
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, and even you saw that the way they made that woman that was pregnant in prison look when like they were like grabbing her and trying to snatch her out of place
Yeah.
when she was trying to sit still, and then they purposefully took pictures of her all fucked up after the police essentially did her in, and that's the thing that they'll put out there because no one really it's an indictment on humanity as it is right now, but it's nothing you can do about it. But humans don't really go into the real story. They'll see the headline and then they'll
Make
call
the
that.
assumption.
Yeah, society will just take it at first glance and make their judgment call. Then they already want or need to go in further into it. So the news and the like take advantage of that. Do you think there's anything we can do about it? I know it's more of a hypothetical question, but is there really anything we can do about it apart from calling it out like we have against BuzzFeed? I say we, but the person called out.
No, I think that's our only tool. I mean, apart from going in and becoming parts of these organizations ourselves, so that there is some form of representation at all levels. I mean, it's easy to say that, eh? It's one thing to say it and it's another thing to actually get the position, because Lord knows they don't want everyone in these positions, right? And when I say everyone, they don't want any and every ethnicity or race in there. It is what it is. People of color have had to fight their entire lives for all sorts of different equalities, and this is just one of them. I think apart from everything else that you've said so far with regards to changing it, the only way to change the narrative and change what is going on is to get into the system and then change the system from within. As someone said, if you have a problem with the system, you cannot change it by shouting at the system. You have to become part of it and then change it.
So, from one topic of colorism to another, I guess, I'm going to talk about Ariana Grande, who for some reason I don't know how it's happening, has had this big second wave of popularity. Maybe it's just a thing because I used to know her from when she was in kids shows back in Nickelodeon channel
Nickelodeon days, you're victorious.
Yeah. But somehow she's making it back. And the question we're gonna ask now is she making it back because of how she's darkening her skin tone? Link will be in the description for a few images for your comparative sake. But she was not this dark back in those Nickelodeon days. Full stop. That just wasn't a thing.
She really wasn't.
And where she's at right now, it's not sunny all day. At least not sunny to the point where she can get that tan 24/7. So it's of my assumption that she's doing this on purpose so she can what was the term I heard this months ago? They're called blackfishing. Yeah, blackfishing these people, convincing them and it's working because I'm looking at some of these tweets that I've been linked some of these people really did not know that she was not black,
Yeah.
she was not brown, she was not Latina. Some people have said because of her name, she is Italian, and that's the be all and end all of it. There's no other setup to her genetic makeup, no pun intended, but she is not as dark as she's claiming to be, and she's benefiting off of it. If you think about it, really, there isn't really a big person of color in that in that space who's American, things mostly English pop songs to really own that. I mean, decades ago you would have said it would have about the Beyonce and stuff like that who would have taken that space, but there isn't really someone there. So I think she's just crept into that space. Don't you think?
I know, man. As I said, she was not this dark before. Like
Yeah.
even down to the way she spoke. Because I remember
Yeah.
watching Victorious a couple of times, and
Yeah.
the way she spoke. I mean, she could have been putting on an accent for the show, but and I've never seen interviews of her before this, but that is not what she sounded like.
No, no, no.
You
not
know,
at all.
she does not sound like this pseudo South American, like not South American, but like Southern American accent. All these finners and gonna do and I wish, and all. You know, she has a very like a black scent, as someone put it, a black
Yeah.
scent. You know, it sounds
Yeah.
like a very black scent, black accent. And I mean, it is clear as day for people to see that she is dark when you put them side by side. Because personally, I didn't know that she wasn't white. I assumed that she was Latino for the
I
longest
could've-
while.
at the very least, I thought she was some sort of European,
I thought she was a
Spanish,
mixed chick.
or yeah,
Yeah, I thought she was a
and-
mixed chick. You
yeah.
know, she has the tanning machines and whatnot. She has the I mean, everyone in, well, not everyone, but a lot of people in LA and in the industry, music industry and the acting industry, they do their own sort of surgeries and nip tucks and whatnot to make them look a certain way, whatever.
Yeah.
But she has consistently become darker and darker and darker with almost every video. And the thing is, when people call her out on it, she is very quick to block them on Twitter, very quick to disregard them, and of course her fans will go crazy for her. As with any other
Oh,
celebrity fans, you know, they would completely bomb that person with messages and trolls and whatnot. So I mean, she is making a name for herself off of it. The only
Yeah.
thing is it going to go the direction of Miley Cyrus, where Miley Cyrus came into hip hop with the help of super producer Michael Made It. Unfortunately, he did it. He was part of the problem. She came in, she got a fan base off of hip hop because Lord knows she was not getting it with fucking country music,
Yeah.
right? Came in, got her fan base, and then after she decided to not do hip hop anymore, she completely dissed it. Oh, I can't listen to that anymore. It's all drugs and it's all guns and violence. Like that's all hip hop is to you. Yeah, fuck you too, Miley Cyrus. Fuck her.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But
Maria, what about you?
Watching the clear comparison, I think it was it Vogue? The Vogue picture. She's white.
Yeah.
White as freckles. Everything is visible.
Italian, straight up Italian.
Everything is visible. So you just selectively choosing when you're black or not?
At the very
Mhm.
worst, it's olive skin. At the very worst.
I'm just saying, are we just choosing when we're black or not? So when you want your fan base, you're black. When you're
Yes.
doing Vogue and stuff, you're white.
Yes.
When the police pull you over, you're white. When you're talking to your girlfriend, you're black. That's all I'm
That's-
gonna say.
That's by definition the white privilege that so many people get confused as to what they have. It's unfortunate. It's
The thing is-
unfortunate, but
Grande is an industry plant.
yeah,
I think.
but she's
100%
a classic
an
industry plant. She's a
Yeah.
classic. But,
Yeah.
but where it's like
Is she-
those talent scouts that go out and say I can make you a star,
Mhm.
and then they just stick him in front of everything.
Because she
and-
accepted
Give him all the,
Woman of the Year award some years ago.
Yeah.
For her, I don't remember what it was, but she got Woman of the Year award, and she made a joke about the audience attending her quinceañera. So it goes to show that she knows that her aesthetic or that people see her as a Latina person, right?
Yep. Because I ain't heard of no
aware it.
Italian quinceañera.
Exactly.
There's no such-
Exactly. Man, Italians can't even fucking say quinceañera. They think you're talking about some kind of weird pasta that they never heard of and they'll get angry.
For real.
But yeah, I mean, she made a joke about it, and she is basically a white woman in brown face. If you want to take it that far, I don't know when she will switch, because inevitably they always do switch.
Yep.
But clearly she's using the black culture to further her career because it's working. Black people
And
love
it's
her
hella
music.
working.
Huh?
Hella working. It's hella working.
Yeah, it's working. The last video that she put out, 7 Rings, was all like, very Atlanta. It's almost like in the same universe as Future's Pink Trap House. Not Future's, 2 Chainz Pink Trap House.
Yep.
Right? With the Cadillacs and the lowriders and whatnot. And black women buying a weave and all these sort of things.
For real.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's no lies to you say. Let me drop in just a small conspiracy. Do you think they got rid of Tinashe so that they could put Ariana Grande in?
No.
Because Tinashe ain't been out for a while after that one single that she had. I can't remember what it was.
It wasn't even hers. It wasn't even hers. She was talking about eating booty like groceries. Like, she sang all sorts of different love songs. The thing is, Tinashe has an attitude, but she's just not good. She was not good before Ariana Grande. People didn't really fuck with her. People
Is
started fucking
Ariana
with her.
Grande good? Is Ariana Grande good?
For pop, yeah. For pop, she's good. There's a reason why people continue to big her up, right? No one bats an eye if she wins a pop record or a pop award, right? If like Macklemore winning best hip hop album of the year, everyone had a problem with it because we knew Kendrick was better than him. But no one bats an eye when Ariana Grande wins a pop award. She does pop. I mean, yes, it's extremely formulaic, and yes, it's very, very like mainstream or whatever, but people like it, and that's the point. It's pop music. It's popular music.
So then, question number 2, or conspiracy number 2 rather. Do you think they've put her in this person of color category or area because Taylor Swift exists but 2 can't exist in one demographic?
I agree with that. I agree with that. That
one caught you, didn't it?
You might have one there. You might have one there.
I'm getting better at these.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, we got it.
I know.
I think that's the case.
Because let's be honest, there was Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga disappeared from the top of the game. Now there's Taylor Swift. They can't stick another one in, but they need to get another source from somewhere. So they got to put her in somewhere else.
The thing is, I think if she competed with Taylor Swift on fairgrounds without using the whole blackface thing, I think Taylor Swift would not be able to beat her. If the music stayed the same and her aesthetic changes, I don't think Taylor Swift would be able to beat her.
True.
I disagree. I strongly disagree that. I think the Taylor Swift fan base is stupid. I just personally think it's stupid.
They're all stupid. They're all stupid.
They're all stupid.
Kendrick Lamar's fan base is fucking stupid.
So yeah, most of the times, a lot of people's fan bases are very dumb. The most extreme of them, anyway. But the question I probably had is it good for business that they're both fighting? Would it be good?
The thing is, I don't see them as fighting though. That's the thing.
They're not now because they're not technically part of the same quote unquote demographic.
No, but I mean, well, yes and no. They're not the same demographic in terms of looks, but in terms of the music that they produce, yes, very much so. Same demographic.
Yeah.
It's just that
you probably couldn't tell them apart if you gave them the same lyrics, like.
Probably not.
For sure.
I mean, a lot of it is the way it is brought over, right? Grande will only do it in her way, and Swift will only do it in her way. Exact same lyrics, completely different singer.
Yeah.
Right.
And notice that they're both talking about iffy relationships and bad boyfriends and all of that. Thank you next versus all of that other stuff that Taylor Swift sings about. I don't know.
Yeah, without the black backing.
Yeah.
Without the black backing, I think Grande would still be able to take it. Because of where she comes from with Nickelodeon and whatnot. Swift is great for white girls who are going through it, right? They cry their eyes out to that shit. I see her as more country. I mean, I don't listen to Taylor Swift at all.
For sure. She.
Um,
We have to acknowledge that Swift switched up in a different way. She ran from country into pop. Similar
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, it's Cyrus.
Yeah.
You know, Swift is more country. I think even footing without the aesthetics, I think Grande would take it, no problem. But we can't let this take away from the fact that Grande has used black culture
Yeah.
to put herself in a higher echelon, so to speak, because she did do the whole God is a woman thing, which is
Yep.
which is one cheat code, and she made the woman that was God a black woman, which is like second cheat code, and the shit
Yep.
is catchy as fuck. Yo, come on now, come on now.
You know, black people just support just cause.
Yeah, yeah.
That
Yeah.
blind faith.
Yes,
check the
Black
laptop
Queen,
out.
yes, all
Yep.
that shit.
Yep. Blind faith as Mariba. Sure.
But
Alright,
now,
then.
with quick thing then, so does that mean a Grande should apologize or own up to her stuff or what then? Where do we finalize this? So we just
At the end of the day, she can't undo what she did. Let's be honest. If she apologized now, it'd probably make it even worse. So to me, just stop. Like, just stop. Unzip your blackness. Go back to your white landscape and just.
I mean, this
let us forget about you.
this racial ambiguity is what it really is, right? And I mean, is it bad to profit from racial ambiguity?
Hell
You don't look like
yes.
anything and you look like
Yes.
everything at the same time.
yes.
Hell yes.
I mean,
Yes.
porn actresses and actors do it.
What's different?
Movie actors do it. We don't really question them because
Look.
when you have who comes to mind? I don't really, this is why we need Worthless. This is why we need Darren. He knows all the porn actresses.
Yeah, for-
He
No,
serves
but
an
I get what you're
integral
saying.
role.
I know what you mean. I mean, you just have to know that a celebrity exists to know that there's some other porn actress trying to play that celebrity, regardless of their race, background, or ethnicity.
Yeah, like Mia Khalifa been Californian and Arab and Iranian and
The
Palestinian.
Arab ones are always the worst ones because
She's
they
been
get some
Spanish.
next Spanish chick the whole time. She's a
Right.
Spanish chick and she's apparently wearing a hijab for some reason, and it's just like,
Right?
I don't know where this
You
will
know?
come. But porn is different because it enables the worst of us, or the worst in us, so to say. So I can't get at porn the same way I can get at the rest of society, because the rest of the society is trying to be on the up and up. Porn don't give a fuck. I can't really be mad at a whole industry that's just consciously just doesn't give a fuck.
While giving
No
all
pun
the
intended.
fucks.
Yes.
While giving all the fucks.
But yeah, it's definitely an issue. Marie, what you saying?
I was saying it's definitely an issue because you can't be swapping. You cannot be swapping because you can't say you support us and you support our cause, then hop over to the next side when it suits you. I'll be like, I ain't with them. Then hop back over when it benefits you and stuff. Because
You're not supporting our cause if you're mocking it.
exactly.
Because that's what you're doing, mocking it. Remember Rachel Dolezal, that woman that swore she was black the whole fucking time
Oh
while
man, she
being
still
a part of
does.
the what is it, NCAAP? Like, what are you doing?
The
You're
thing
taking
is,
a
right?
job away from a black woman at this point.
The thing is, and don't get me wrong, fuck Rachel Dolezal up front, right? She did help. She was working
doesn't-
there, and she was getting the job done. I'm not saying, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying she was right in what she did. That was some A-level bullshit.
I can't, because it's like anything that it just means if someone's in with you on a cause, it doesn't matter if it's a just cause, bad cause, whatever type of cause, and then secretly behind your back they were just supporting the opposition. That's what she's doing right now. And she's not even doing it behind your back; she's doing it up front. It's been proven that she's not black, but she continues to do it.
But is
So
she
when-
supporting the opposition though? Or is she just like biologically part of the opposition?
She's saying that the opposition, well, and I actually want to get away from the word opposition because I don't
Ops.
want to consider a race an opposition.
The ops,
But she's
colonizers.
essentially saying that, okay, if colonizers were a better word for you, let's go with colonizers. But they're saying that they can just come in, do what they like, take what they like, and be what we have been striving to fight for,
Mhm.
with minimal effort because she's pretended to be us this whole time.
Mhm.
She's saying that if she can come in and take it from us, that she is on a higher status than us because she can do our job while being her at the same time.
Mhm.
She's saying that she's essentially saying that a black woman, man, or whatever. Let's take it away from the sex issue. Can't come in and do the job that she's doing. That's what they're saying, and that feeds into the thought process that we are a lesser being than they are, because she's just stepped in and just taken it from us. That's what she walked in the front door because we've let her in,
Yeah.
pilfered everything. She's walked away with the TV, the microwave, and the fridge, saying your house looks nice, because that's what she's doing right now. But fighting for our causes, saying your house looks nice, and then just walked out with it. That's what she's done to us. And we've gone and said, hey, you're stealing my stuff, and then she's gonna say, oh, but your house looks nice, and carries on walking. That's what's going on.
We crucify unjustly so and rightly so.
I'm just saying we should call out everyone that does it, and there shouldn't be any
For
leeway.
for sure. Definitely call out everyone that does it. It was just for me personally, I was kind of I guess battling with the idea that she was serving our cause in the smallest of ways, right? She was serving our cause, but it was like she put on the skin of a black person. Right? It was like
it takes away from our cause
she
when she gets caught.
She went in.
Hmm?
The thing is, if she didn't get caught, would we know? Would we care?
I mean, we wouldn't be there to get that. This is that hypothetical thing. We wouldn't be there to care because we won't know.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it.
Yeah, exactly. There's that dilemma, but you would want to know, wouldn't you? You want to know if there are any snakes in the grass.
For sure. That I don't know what possesses someone. I guess that's the ultimate thing for me. I don't know what possesses someone to do something like that. Born
Sometimes white people be crazy. They just be crazy.
White people just be white people, right? Sounds about white.
Yes, for sometimes.
Sounds about
Sometimes
white,
it's just, and sometimes it's harmless, and you just watch some guy try to backflip off of a pier into a fucking pole and stand still 50 times before he breaks his collarbone, and you're just like, oh, whatever. The white people be white, but some people they're Rachel Dollars. You just gotta weigh it up and see what you can do.
Other people just grab guns and go up into schools.
Yep, sometimes.
Sometimes.
When Rachel Dozo came out, I was like, okay, this is the peak. Like this, not the peak, but this is like as low as we're gonna go. I thought that there was no lower. I thought that there was nothing else. And then we had Trump.
No, they'll find a way. Trust.
I was like, there is no way we can get worse than this as a human race. No.
And pretty soon we will get into a certain person who's pretended for a while and has been caught out, and the ramifications of that. But that will be probably for another time.
Mm-hmm.
We'll probably find out for another time. But let's move from Ariana Grande to her one-time BFF Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj has got into some hot water with BET.
BET got into some hot water with Nicki Minaj, dude.
Okay, let's put it that way around. I don't care how you cook it, as long as it's a tasty meal. But the Oscars, if anyone, sorry, the Grammys, sorry, I don't know if anyone watched the Grammys. Anyone watch the Grammys?
I only watch Cardi B's performance.
Mm-hmm.
Only watch Cardi B's performance.
Did you even know it was going on?
I didn't even know.
Did you even know any of the winners?
Don't even know.
Well, let me feed you up on the news. Cardi B, person you once despised, album of the year. Rap album of the motherfucker.
You know what, sir? I have nothing to say to that.
How's that make you feel? Just give me a quick one. How does that make you feel?
It feels good knowing that I didn't watch it.
Remember, you have to remember though that the Grammys are not a musical event.
Yeah.
It's not a musicality award.
Yeah. It's a popularity thing, but
Yeah. It's
we know that.
impact, it's money, it's it's everything but the music, really.
Yeah. But I tell you that bit of news because that leads into what I'm talking about. Because as soon as Cardi B won that award, BET or whoever's controlling their social media account posted up the news saying, alongside the headline of her winning, meanwhile, Nicki Minaj is being dragged by her lace front. I'm sure all the women out there know exactly what a lace front is. I have two sisters, so I have the privilege of knowing what the lace front is, and you're pretty much getting dog walked if you're getting dragged by the lace front. So, guess who saw that? Nicki Minaj. And
Nicki
guess who
Anna.
didn't realize? please don't bring it up. That made me cry last time I was listening to that. But guess who has a concert booked with Nicki Minaj and forgot about that very detail? BET. And now Nicki Minaj has cancelled that very thing and ignored every single call from BET for an apology, and has told all of her fans to grab a refund because she is taking no part of it. It's apparently called the BET Experience Festival, and it's not just her; it's all of Young Money. Young Money was booked as a group, so this included Drake and Lil Wayne.
Cancelled
and
Anna.
all and all the other second tier, third tier, I don't even know their name, Young Money artists. Is Lil Chucky and Lil Twist still on Young Money? I don't know. Gotta
Who the
on
fuck knows
Young
about
Money.
Young Money, man? Young Money is Nicki Minaj. Wait, she's the only one left on Young Money because Lil Wayne isn't Young Money anymore. Drake
Young
isn't
Money-
Young Money.
No. Mac Main owns Young Money. He's not on Cash Money anymore.
All right, it's
Lil Wayne-
Cash Money, right?
He's not on Cash Money. Drake's not on Cash Money.
Right.
His last album got him out of Cash Money.
Yeah.
Drake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so there are two parts to this, right?
Yeah.
BET stands for Black Entertainment Television, right?
Mm-hmm.
How could a black network treat a black artist like this, right? And this stems from the whole idea, not even idea, the whole thing about people having fans and haters. Clearly, it was a hater of Nicki Minaj that posted this,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
It was someone who thought Cardi was doing everything great and Nicki was doing everything bad. It's fine to have that opinion, but this is your job. So you go out of your way to say that a black artist is being dragged by their lace front, and you're only doing it when you're comparing her to someone else, someone who she has a very public issue with, right? Whether or not they pieced it up, PCana, they pieced it up on IG or whatever, they have been known to have a problem. So why would you even think about doing something like this? I mean, the tweet was deleted immediately, but obviously these things spread very fast. And Nicki Minaj's fan base is one of the swiftest to act.
Yep.
If you
Bobs will
thought-
get you. The
If
Bobs.
you thought Beyonce had a dread army, I don't think Beyonce's army has anything on the Bobs. The Bobs will fuck you up.
The Bobs will beat the Beehive straight up.
I'm giving it to the Barbs. They
Really?
might be less, but yo, these are some ghetto ass fucking Bobs, dog.
I see. It's more about the skill set than the numbers.
Yeah,
Well,
because the beehive, they have numbers, but that number is buffeted by a lot of what I mean, the affluent people who are too rich to fight. When you have that too rich to fight type of money, you're a beehive. When you're still getting out of the mud, when you're still in the grimy, in the gutter, you're a barb.
Yep.
So their justice was swift. They found who did it. They found her picture, and Nicki Minaj posted her picture, and that was it for the girl. the young lady who, committed this this egregious, life-threatening act. I mean, this is ridiculous that it is really life-threatening. I'm sure she regretted it because her phone probably has not stopped blowing up yet.
It's
I'm
not
sure.
worth it, was it?
What's that?
It was definitely wasn't worth it.
For sure, because she would be getting death threats and calls and, oh, we know where you live and whatnot. They're skillful set, the Barbs. Yeah. They're skillful set. They're like Anon.
Oh, Nico, I don't know where you are. I have a specific set of skills.
Right? I mean, kudos for deleting it because, for deleting it and letting the person go, firing them.
Yeah,
But
right thing to do.
Nicki shouldn't have put her out there like that. I mean, yeah, you were slighting and whatnot. Sure, pull your act, pull the other artists that you're with. But you're big. But I guess this is why people like Nicki, because she's petty. She's like the female 50 Cent, or maybe 50 Cent is the male Nicki. Who knows? They both like each other.
50 first. And 50 the king of pay. Let's be real.
They're both from New York. They're both
It's a New York-
braggadocious. It's a New York thing,
New York.
yeah. It's a New York thing. Both very petty. I guess that's why people like her. But I felt like she should not have released the girl's image. She did, whatever.
Do not anger Minaj.
But we gotta stop. We have to stop comparing Nicki Minaj to Cardi B. I mean, they're in two different lanes. We know that from the two albums they put out last time. We know
Are
they're
we
in two
comparing
different
them,
lanes.
or is the media comparing them?
No, when I say we, I mean people in general, right? Because people do argue about it. The media might be saying one thing, sure, but people are arguing about it back and forth. Who is better, and who did this and who did that, and the accolades and whatnot. Cardi does right and Nicki right, all that nonsense. I don't think we can put them in the same lane because we would not put Dre and Kendrick in the same lane. We would not put Kanye and Big Sean in the same lane.
Yeah.
Right? They all do hip hop, but it's a very different type and a very specific type of hip hop that they all do. Some right, some
I guess
don't.
it's because they're both from New York. They're both. I don't know. I guess it's just one of those things. Like to compare.
They can both exist because Nicki isn't gonna go at Rhapsody. She'll get eaten up.
For sure.
She's not gonna
For
go at
sure.
Rico Nasty. She's not gonna go at City Girl. She's not gonna go at any of them.
Yeah.
She get eaten the fuck up.
But Nicki did not come with the best attitude towards Cardi from early on.
She didn't. But that's hip hop.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying because they had the whole women of hip hop thing, and Cardi B was there, all like Lady Rage, Queen Latifah, and all them people were there, and it's all bigging up women in hip hop. And Cardi B's out with the City Girls and all that other stuff, and Nicki's basically only out with like pop star women.
Yeah.
I don't really see her spitting on a song with other women. She ain't do a song with Trina or nothing like that. Definitely not gonna do a song with
Kim.
Miss Sheetha, so it's not happening.
Yo. Yana.
Remy would cook them both up. Let's just.
You know it.
True. Don't play with Remy on the mic.
You know it. Remy
He's
is ready for smoke any day, anytime. Remy is a badass fucking rapper. Female, not female, whatever. I could listen to a Remy record all the way through. No skips, no problem. That shit is fire.
Remy the one who do it in the streets and in the mic too. She don't mind doing time.
Yeah.
She doesn't mind doing time.
Doesn't mind doing time.
Either way, she'll cook you.
I think these things are getting put into my lap right now because you brought up not worried about doing time. Let's go on to this man defending a pregnant black woman who definitely was not caring about doing time because how black people get treated in America. But
yeah,
protecting a pregnant black woman against a very angry, very berating, dangerous, let's be honest, older white man who's just attacking. There's no other way to say it. There's a video out there on Facebook, link below. Yeah, I mean it's very typical in terms of the attack, but I guess the saving grace of the video is the black man coming in to step in and protect someone. I don't think he knows the woman.
Nope,
No,
I
he
don't
didn't.
think he did.
Yep, he just steps in and essentially saves the day.
I would say, first things first, I applaud the man for stepping in. I personally applaud the man for stepping in after watching the situation, especially the white man going out on this pregnant black woman. Two, the white man is talking up to the black pregnant woman and the black guy. The black guy is just like, leave. No problem, leave. As soon as the white guy threw the first punch, the black guy set him straight. Then he started calling, call the police, call the police. He threw the first punch. He legitly threw the and he's like, put away your firearm. No, I won't. Leave. He
This
didn't
is
point at
especially why
anybody.
he's very brave. Yeah.
True. But he didn't draw it. He shouldn't. Leave.
Yeah.
Leave. I watched the movie. He said leave and stuff. The guy threw the first punch. He didn't reach for his coming through the first punch. He just knocked him.
Yeah.
Set him straight. He didn't draw his gun. He didn't point. He didn't shoot. But I know for this game, it might have been a different story. It might have had 3 dead people. You know? Don't know. But yeah. So, but I think if you feel that comfortable being that ignorant or that in public, it just says Trump win and everything fell apart.
Yeah, I mean, what I was gonna say, homeboy really tried it. He came out and
Yeah.
you know, thing is, the black guy was like, "Yo, hit me," and he told him, I wish a nigga would, I really wish you would, and he tried it. And he took a swift right hand to face. Dog, homeboy rocked back like a sack of rice at the hit. Homeboy rock all the way back. You know that song, Rock and Come In? He didn't come back in, he just rock. He just fucking rock. That
Lean
was
Lean back.
unfortunate, right? There needs to
That's
be
a
some
glass
sort of
jaw if I ever
vibe.
seen one.
Yeah. He wasn't ready for it. He was out there in his fucking, Nike Air Force 65 cut grass edition with his knee-high socks and his fucking khakis with his
Definitely there for the cookout.
yeah, going to his Italian aunt's cookout with some unsalted pasta and shit.
Yep.
I came across a lovely black woman, a black queen, a Nubian king came to her defense because she was pregnant. Socked that dude right in his face. Fuck him.
I agree with him.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's on that man's side. Alright, so I think that's case closed. It's good we get to end that on a laugh. It was very heavy from the middle part of this. But
It was a sad day.
thank you guys for listening. This has been Very Dysfunctional Podcast. You can catch up with us. There is a link tree below. But be sure to, like and subscribe. I'm gonna get that before anyone else gets that in.
Like and
subscribe! Yeah. You get us on anywhere that you listen to your podcasts, Spotify, probably best because we get the most money from that. So just download the app.
We
Follow, it's all
get
free.
money from Spotify.
You got to say we do so that they feel more inclined to give it up.
I didn't know he was getting paid. Get out here signing checks, Mariva. Get out here signing checks. No wonder he has a new house. Out here doing DIY.
Yo, don't watch that. But yeah, please, just download the app, look us up, January Dysfunctional. Any bit of support would help. YouTube as well, definitely. Follow us on all that social media stuff, the Facebooks, the Instagrams. So that's been me, your host Ken, with Nigo and Reba. We'll be sure to get Watless back soon. When is he still on the boat?
Yeah, he's still on the boat.
Yep, we'll be sure to get him back soon for all that goodness. We have topics specifically tailored to him, so we're highly anticipating that. But yeah, it's been good, people. See you guys in a bit.
Like and subscribe.
Mwah.